What's up? I'm Elijah. Welcome to Worship Support Network's Church Tip. The way that we define culture is this. It's synergy that's driven by purpose. Create milestones on what you're building. Are you building an awesome production stage? What do you need? Do you need lights? Do you need more instruments? Do you need drum shield? What are all the things that you need? I want you to create real measurements on how long this should take. Is it very realistic that every church has a budget to just implement those things right away? Probably not. Create real measurements. Real measurements, real milestones are going to help you maintain momentum, not get discouraged. A lot of times I think unrealistic measurements or just none at all make us lose momentum in our vision. Another type of measurement that's really going to help build synergy in your team is build staff success measurements. If you give a staff member a project, or if you give a volunteer a project, what are the things that you define as success? Is it just trying? If it is, make sure you define them. Are there things that you actually want them to accomplish? If there are, make sure that you define them. I don't advocate that we try to keep getting these milestone numbers. In some churches, that is what the goal is. But remember, our primary purpose is Christ's purposes. Each department should have some sort of growth, whether that's numerical or whether that's just quality, people learning. So it's important that as you look at your ministries, what are the growth success measurements? Another really important aspect you should consider are time success measurements. How long should things take? Make sure that if you give a team member a project, or if you have a project you're working on, that you've defined how long it should take. Make sure there's time success measurements. You want to know who's really important to measure? Yourself. What type of measurements define your success? Are you growing? Are you communicating well? Is your team thriving? What types of things are you going to define as your success measurements? Create discipleship measurements. Make sure that you're getting discipled and make sure that your team is getting discipled. When you have discipleship measurements, it shows your team that you have a plan for them, and it also illustrates that you think it's important because you're practicing it as well. Lastly, have Jesus purpose measurements in every ministry that you do. It's important that Jesus's purposes remain our first priority. So everything that we do and all the purpose and measurements that I've already listed, it's important that they all filter through Jesus' purpose measurements. Are we meeting his purposes in everything that we're doing? I hope that helped today. This is tip number 4. Again, we said define vision. We said ask yourself where you're starting. We said who do you need? And number 4, create real measurements for yourself and for your team. I hope this helps you build better culture in your church. Here is to all that's ahead.